As main characters writing our own stories, we often feel like we are heroes converting everyday life events, but one wrong turn or move, and you can end up as the villain. Sometimes you can repeat hurtful behavior without meaning to. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, just human, but self awareness helps you get better. Are you feeling like the main spider beats you? Hey there, lovely souls, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we've got a seriously important topic to dive into: 9 subtle signs you're becoming toxic. You know, it's all about personal growth and healthier connections here. So let's get started. Here are 9 surprising signs you're becoming toxic. Number 1, you can't seem to maintain relationships. Ever wondered why your relationships always end up in the dumps? It might have to do with toxic partners, or it might have to do with you. Toxic relationships aren't always necessarily manipulative, controlling, and abusive. Sometimes they stem from overanalysis. Studies have shown that individuals with low self-esteem are more likely to expect rejection from their partner and avoid telling their partner how they truly feel. In this case, self-fulfilling prophecies win. The more afraid you are that the relationship will fail, the more likely it will. Number 2, being passive aggressive. The truth is, you might not even realize you're doing it, but this can wreak havoc in your relationships. For example, someone offends you. Instead of addressing the issue directly, you might just say something like, "Oh, it's actually nothing wrong," but your tone and body language screams otherwise. Don't worry, we've all been there. In fact, I used to do it a lot, but I'm becoming better at addressing issues. Now, here's what you can use. Next time you catch yourself acting this way, ask yourself, what am I really feeling and how can I express it honestly? Number 3, you can't fully trust your friends and you drain them out. Do you feel like you have more enemies than friends? Or worse, are your friends just enemies in disguise? A behavioral scientist says we are supposed to be a better version of ourselves and our relationships and support each other's goals. But when you're too busy making everything a competition, no one wants to keep up with that attitude. Instead, you will begin to drain people out rather than energizing them. On top of that, with your obsession on surpassing them, you will forget to provide the emotional support that your friends need. Number 4, excessive jealousy. This is a storm cloud that can hover over even the happiest relationships, casting shadows of doubt and insecurity. Picture this: your partner or a friend has a close connection with someone else, and you can't even help but feel a pang of jealousy. It's a common emotion, but when it becomes excessive, it can suffocate the love and trust in your relationships. I'm very sure a lot of us can relate, right? Excessive jealousy can often arises from feelings of insecurity or inadequacy. We might fear that someone else is more interesting, attractive, or successful than us, and this fear can lead to jealousy. But what if, instead of seeing someone else's success or connection as a threat, we viewed it as an opportunity for celebration? When your partner or friend achieves something or connects with others, celebrate their victories with genuine joy. Not only does this create a more positive and supportive atmosphere, but it also reinforces trust and love in your relationship. Number 5, you apologize once in a blue moon. Psychologists say that toxic people often claim the victim card, meaning that they seldom ever take accountability for their own actions. When you have a hard time swallowing your pride and apologizing, this can truly sabotage your relationships. In fact, researchers discovered that there are many benefits to the art of apologizing, such as stress relief and rekindling friendships. When you don't say you're sorry, you miss out on understanding how you might have hurt someone. It isn't too late now to say, "I'm sorry." Number 6, drama follows you everywhere. Do you have a habit of breaking promises or leaving others hanging? Consistency is important, but when it isn't, serious consequences follow. According to psychologists, bringing drama to the table, such as spreading rumors and starting fights, is a big red flag you're becoming toxic. Is telling a grandiose story really more important than your friend's feelings? Number 7, you're addicted to social media. This is obviously different from tuning into my channel to watch my new uploads. Who doesn't appreciate many likes on Facebook and Instagram? But when your self-image becomes a bigger priority than staying present, that can lead to bigger problem. Letting technology get the best of you can make you accidentally be the toxic one in your relationship. When you rely on an audience for validation, you also rely on social media for ego boost. This may cause others to resent you for having your eyes glued to your phone rather than on them. You talk about people behind their back. High school drama sucks, and if you constantly talk about people behind their backs, it will feel like you never left even when you graduated. You might think you are avoiding conflict when you complain on the down low, but passive aggressive behavior becomes a gateway to becoming toxic. When you can't openly share your opinions with others in a healthy fashion, it only hurts them in the long run, even if you never meant to cause harm in the first place. People always have a way of finding out the truth. Don't forget that. Number 9, shut others out when their opinions differ from yours. Doctors say that being judgmental is a common characteristic toxic people possess. When you dominate the conversation and shut others out for having different thoughts, you end up marginalizing them. Not acknowledging another side of the argument doesn't make you right. It just makes you close-minded. Do you admit that you're becoming toxic or know someone who relates to these signs? Please share your thoughts in the comments down below. You can also join our community of people who help each other out in the comments. Pressing subscribe really helps us out a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching.